Are you just starting out Amazon FBA and already stressed out about how to pack your products? So guys, you are not alone. I've been there myself. So that's why in this video, we'll take out the confusion of doing the Amazon FBA prep, and I'll show you exactly how to pack like a pro, even if you are a complete beginner. So this is going to be your full guide on how to prepare and pack your Amazon FBA products so that way you can have it shipped out by the end of this video. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name is Lester, and I've sold over $2 million in total sales the past 2 years in Amazon FBA. So I definitely learned a thing or two about how to get these products prepared. But trust me, it was not always smooth sailing. I remember back, in 2021, in my little tiny studio apartment in Miami, I had, a bunch of products staring at me and feeling completely clueless about, how to get started with packing. Guys, I wasted so many of these sticker labels right here in poly bags. Don't even get me started with poly bags. I was so afraid how to use one of these little things that I was gonna mess it up or choke a baby out there. So that's why I made this video, because I know how frustrating it can be for a beginner on how to get started. So as I mentioned, this is a full guide. So we're gonna go step by step exactly what you need, all the way to the supplies on how to prepare these products. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get packing. So what is FBA prep? FBA prep is basically the process of getting your items ready to be received and stored at Amazon's warehouse. So why prep is necessary? So the answer to that is that Amazon has specific, requirements in order to make their systems efficient, and also to keep the product safe. That's basically the whole idea, right? You want to make sure the products that you are sending to Amazon is still in, working condition when the customer receives it. So for example, if you are going to ship this glass right here, you're going to want to protect it, right? You're not just going to want to send it just like this because, as everyone knows, it's fragile. It's going to break. So a lot of it is going to be using your common sense when doing a lot of the preps. It's not as hard, as difficult as a lot of people make it to be. So in order to protect the glass, you're going to want to bubble wrap it, tape it, put it in a box, whatever you need to do to make sure whoever's purchasing this piece of glass still receives it in good, excellent condition. Because if you don't prep the product correctly, there are going to be consequences. Number one is going to be shipping, delay, and rejection. Number two, it can lead to restocking or additional fees that may incur. Number three is you're gonna get, a lot of returns from customers because they may end up receiving a broken product because it was not protected or prepped properly. And as a result, Amazon can actually suspend your account or in that listing because of repeated, returns or just too many damaged items, which you're already losing money on the item that is damaged. Then Amazon's gonna tack on other fees. So there's a lot of bad consequences if you don't do your prep properly. And guys, Amazon actually has a proper, website for this. So if you want to check it out yourself, I'm going to link it down below. But basically, you can see all the product packaging requirements on the list right here. Different types of product. But again, we're going to go over that in this video. Okay guys, so part two, we're going to talk about the supplies that you need. So first and foremost, you're going to need a box to put all the products. I like to order from Lowe's. This one is the large, dimension is 24, 18, 18. So you can see right here. And with Lowe's, I like to order online because anything you order over 50 bucks, they're going to get it, ship it to your house. So it just saves you time from going to Lowe's and coming back, loading your car and all that stuff. But if you order anything 50 bucks on the website, you can just buy a bunch of these and just have it in your garage where I'm at right now, your warehouse, your apartment, wherever it may be. And these boxes are pretty good. It comes out to, I think, just a little bit over $2. If you have a coupon or anything like that, you can definitely use it, or gift cards. And a lot of sometimes the box you guys can see, hopefully in the background, down here, I actually reuse them. So the stuff that I buy, if it's big enough, I can reuse it. So that's a really cool thing about it. You don't have to buy a brand new box. It's there if you want, but on a lot of things, you can just reuse it. Another one that I like to reuse is the packing paper here. These are supplies that you can just get. I never spend anything on them. I just keep them in this garbage bag here. Okay, a lot of those stuff that you can reuse. So, just save you money there in general. Okay, Other important things you're going to want to need is this is a set do not separate sticker right here. What you can also do to save money is to kind of just download it online and, you know, print it and cut it out yourself, right? You can do that. It's an easy way. You might just have to tape it, right? Of course, packing tape here, very sturdy. You can do. I like to just buy a bunch in bulk because it's going to save you money. And guys, if you're buying products on retail, like going in person in store, it's going to have like a price like this one right here, right? You just want to remove that price, obviously, because you don't want the person seeing it. So I like to use the glue gun, right? And use the little Scotty peeler to kind of remove it. It makes it super easy. Another option to kind of remove this as well is having a heat gun. You always need a heat gun. I actually have two just in case this one, you know, goes out. I like to heat it up a little bit, you know, 3-5 seconds, and, you know, comes off with a Scotty peeler. This is going to be your best friend. Definitely get one of these. And, you know, don't use your nails. I learned that when I first started. Okay. Next, box cutter. You should have one at all times. Have multiple ones because you don't know when you're going to need it. Have one at your house, you know, your drawers, your car. Knife. This is actually scissors, guys. Scissors. So next is bubble wrap. This is to protect, you know, like fragile products. We talked about the glass example earlier. And lastly, thing I use is poly bags. I'm going to have links of the ones I specifically use. It has multiple different sizes, so you don't have to worry and freak out because the set is going to have everything. It covers pretty much everything, small items, big items. And what's really important in the poly bag is the suffocation warning label here, just because, you know, you don't want to get in trouble, right? You have that label in there and it's going to have the little sticker thing here, okay? But yeah, those are pretty much, you know, the basic supplies you need to get started, and covers 90% of the things you're going to sell on Amazon. So part 3 of the video, guys, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process on how to get the products ready. And we have different variety of products, so that way it covers a lot of things. So first one we're going to do are products that don't need any prepping because it's just the way they come, right? So let's start with the beauty product here. A lot of beauty products don't need much prepping because it's already in a box, right? It's already protected itself. So all you're gonna wanna do then is just print the label from Amazon Seller Central, the sticker, and it goes, you basically just cover the barcode here. And that's pretty much it, right? It's good to go because it's already protected. And these are the products that I love because it's such an easy prep. One thing you do want to keep in mind when you're looking at products like beauty is you're going to want to check like the expiration date, right? Check the product itself. There's no major damage when you're receiving it, if you're buying online and stuff. But yeah, the expiration date is the biggest thing when you're doing beauty products. Also, if you're looking at, like, for example, like vitamins, right? Check the expiration, make sure it's still good. Grocery products, those are just, you know, some things to keep in mind. Another product that do not require any much prepping are books, right? I love books. This is how I got started on Amazon, selling used college textbooks. And yeah, same thing like the beauty, just print the sticker and cover the barcode here. And that's pretty much it. You're pretty much good to go. Books are pretty sturdy, right? So next, we're gonna go over products that need a bit more prepping. So for instance, we're talking about like clothing products, right? Like anything clothing or like a set pack, like these two right here, right? So you're gonna need a poly bag. That's a lot of the requirements to kind of keep them, you know, protected. Clothes is automatically gonna need poly bag. So remember, the poly bag needs to have the suffocation label here. And if you buy the set, you're gonna have the different sizes. So that way, you know, you don't have to worry about which one's gonna fit. But for this one, we're gonna prep these Nike socks here, right? And you peel out this little thingy here, and it's that pretty much that sticky label, and you're just gonna make sure it's wraps, push a little bit to take the air out, and that's it. You're pretty much ready. Then you slap your F and SKU label here, so that way when it comes to Amazon, the worker at Amazon scans it and knows it's, you know, your product that you sent from your business. Okay, that's pretty much an easy one right here as well. And if you're doing a bundle, like, or a 2-pack, like for example, like these cameras here, it's gonna look something like this after you had assembled it, right? It's in a poly bag. It's not going anywhere. It's not loose like this. You're not rubber banding it because that can come off. And then after that, what's important about the set or 2-packs like this is you're gonna want your F and SKU label again, like this one here. and the separate, not separate. This is separate, do not separate. This is a set, do not separate label. Gosh, I can't English today, you guys. And just put it right above there, right there. So that's what it's going to look like. And this is pretty much ready to go. Just use polybag in there, okay? Some items will come already prepped like that. Like for example, like these vitamins here, purchased from Walgreens, are pretty much good to go. And all I got to do is just cover the UPC label right there and just put the sticker. So this is an easy prep as well. And you know, you can just put the do not separate sticker on this one because it is a set that I am selling. The one they're gonna need a little bit more prep is if you are selling shoes, okay? So shoes are really important. You're gonna wanna inspect the shoes itself. Make sure you have a left and a right, not like a right or a left. So that is really important. Even though people do it in store already, you're just gonna wanna double check, make sure you know you got the right size that is matching the box here, right? So this one's a 6.5. You got a left pair there. Just make sure the right pair here, 6.5. Okay, cool. And I just like to make the box pretty inside, like with the paper, right? You don't want it to be crazy. Shoelace are tied. Just guys, simple common sense you should do. And just top it off. Just have a rubber band because if you're shipping, it can open with these boxes and you know, there goes your shoes, right? So rubber band, just kind of just seal it off. Make sure it's not going nowhere. And that's pretty much it. Again, put your FNSKU label at the end there to cover the barcode and you are good to go. So guys, next we're talking about fragile products. This one is a Marvel, you know, what is it called? Pop example, right? And we got our bubble wrap. The non-English continues. And basically I just like to protect it, right? Because especially like these products, they're so fragile that you want the customer to kind of receive it how it is, right? So you just want to protect that there, right? I mean, you can tape the thing if you want to make sure it's secure, but at least it has that extra layer of protection when you're shipping to Amazon. But again, guys, if you take a little bit of time to protect it, it just, you know, you want to make sure you're selling the product not damaged, right? Because it's going to come back to you if you don't take care of it properly or just, you know, throw everything in a box and not organize it. So once you prep all your products, now you are ready to send your shipment to Amazon FBA warehouse. And guys, if you didn't know, I did make a very, very detailed video step-by-step how to send your first shipment to Amazon FBA. So you need to watch that after this video, but we're gonna briefly go over basically the process so you have an idea. And by the way, if you guys have been finding value in this video so far, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you hit the subscribe if you want to learn more about Amazon FBA. So yeah, once all your products are all set, you're gonna want to grab a box. As I mentioned, I use Lowe's a lot, but we're gonna just reuse a box, for example, for this one here, right? And depending where Seller Central wants you to send your products, you basically just follow through that and you put your products here neatly and organized, right? So you want to make sure nothing gets, you know, crushed or anything. If it's something that's crushed, like very fragile products, I usually wait to put that all the way to the top. But the heavier things like the books, anything sturdy at the bottom, like this one's pretty sturdy, I'll put it there and kind of just like, you know, Tetris my way all the way till I fill it up. One key thing about the box you need to pay attention to is it can't be more than 25 inches in any sides, like length, width, height. It can't be more than 25 inches and the box cannot go over 50 pounds. So those are the thing you need to remember when you're sending your shipment. And basically once you're ready to go, you're gonna print your UPS shipping label, go into Amazon and you stick it outside just like this. So when the UPS driver scans it, it knows where to go from there, and it's going to print another sticker label as well. That's for the internal FBA when it reaches to the warehouse, because when they scan that other, you know, sticker, the worker at Amazon knows all the products that you had, you know, put inside the box. And guys, I got some bonus part here. Basically, it's tips to have a successful, you know, prepping and shipment. Number one is you gotta have patience. You can't rush this thing, especially if you're new. You're gonna, you know, make a bit of mistakes here and there. So what I would recommend from personal experience is to start small, you know, send a small shipment. Don't go crazy and wait till you have a big pile, right? You want to break it up, take your time with it. You don't want to rush things because things can get mislabeled or it's just not prepped properly. Definitely take your time. Second tip is if you have a box that's not fully full, you can kind of like, you know, make sure you fill it in because you don't want the box to kind of move around during shipment. So I like to use actually this little, what do you call this? Packing air bubble thing, right? Again, you can recycle this. I don't pay for any of these. I get this from the stuff I buy and you can just store them, right? Another thing I showed you earlier was the papers. I don't know how else, the proper name of it is packing papers, I guess. PP. I like to use that just on top to make sure everything is good and secure. And if things get crazy, if you have a full-time job, just don't have time enough to prep, or you're just too lazy, don't want to do the prep, which I still, you know, don't prep as much as I need to because I send my stuff to a prep center. I actually made a video on that if you want to watch it as well. Basically, the prep center will do everything in your behalf, so you don't have to do any of these labor. It's a good way. A lot of the prep centers only charge you $1 per item, so you can find products that may still have profit after getting a prep center charge. So that's a good way to kind of consider if you don't want to do any of these prepping. But yeah, guys, everything becomes easy the more you do it. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our free newsletter if you want to learn more about Amazon FBA. And if you have any questions, comment down below and check this video out to learn how to send shipments to Amazon FBA. Till next time, peace.